Men with hairy backs. All right, so Brendan is going to host the talk show about men with hairy backs. Going to do nuns with hairy backs?
We love them.
All right, nuns and men with hairy backs. And Brendan will have 3 guests tonight on his talk show. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Brendan Cody.
Hello and welcome to the Variety Personality Talk Show. Today we're going to be examining very unusual personality mix-ups. Individuals who are dating one another but are very strange. And today we're focusing on, because we've run out of every other topic to discuss, nuns and men with hairy backs. It's a little known fact that actually these relationships seem to thrive all over the country, and we're going to interview a few people today who can perhaps enlighten us more on that. Our first guest is Mr. David White. Mr. David White has an extraordinarily hairy back and meets nuns everywhere, nightclubs, saunas, workout, health spas, and they just won't leave him alone. And we're going to ask him why that is that these nuns are after him with his hairy back so much. Mr. White, please welcome Mr. David White.
Back in the second system. How you doing?
How are you? How are you?
This looks like a shirt, don't it?
Can't you get the buttons on there?
Yeah, exactly. I knitted them right in.
Must be great in the winter.
That is wonderful, wonderful. A little out in the summer because you know what a tracksuit.
Oh, yes. Well, you've got dark hair, of course. It would. Mr. White, nuns follow you everywhere.
I can't get rid of them.
Why is that?
I think mainly it's because, well, first of all, I'm very sexy. Second of all, I am. Nuns, and not a lot of people know this, but nuns love hairy backs. As a matter of fact, you have to become a nun. They ask you, will you serve the Lord God your Father for the rest of your life, take the vow of chastity, and you say yes, and then do you like hairy backs? Yes, and then you can be a nun.
That's fascinating. So when you are with the nuns on a date, I think all of our audience is probably curious exactly what goes on after hours, as it were, behind the door on the date with you and the nuns.
Well, I'll tell you what, some of those nuns, they got hairy backs too.
I didn't know.
There's nothing that turns me on more than a nun with a hairy back. I mean, I'm there, we're in a hotel room or something, she raises the back of that habit and I see the little hair poking out. Don't knock it till you try it.
Sort of the theme on our show, I think.
Exactly.
Any advice for men who say want to date a nun, but just can't seem to get them interested? What advice do you have to offer?
Get a hairy back. If you don't have a hairy back,
Get hair implants, maybe.
if you can get hair implants, you can take it from anywhere. You can take it from off your head and get it on your back. They don't necessarily like hair on the head. You can take it from anywhere else in the body. Just stick it on the back. If you can't afford an implant, a little super glue will do.
Well, that's fascinating. I'm going to introduce our next guest now. Our next guest is an actress. You may remember her as Sally Field. Well, she's got a little program on TV. It is called The Flying Horny Nun Who Digs Men with Hairy Backs. An astounding new upcoming TV show that will be on CBS. She's here to talk about it, maybe bring some clips. We'll see. Miss Sally Field. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So, this fascinates me. This new TV series seems to be...
Oh. Well, we had
sure.
It's been a great success, and I was cast in the part because many people don't know this, but it was really typecasting. I love men with hairy backs more than you can even fucking believe.
So
please do not hover on the air.
then this proposes a very interesting question. What is the attraction?
Hair. I mean, it sprouts all over the place. I mean, when they start to sweat, it kind of mats on their hair. Especially if they're like, Italian, then it comes up the back of their shirt, and then they get that line where their hair's been cut, so there's like this big wedge right there. I love that.
I like to say I'm a sweater and a matter.
Oh, it just makes me just hurt.
Yes, I've seen that line waiting. I've seen that waiting in line at the convenience store.
Yeah. It's like if their hair continued, it would just go all the way up over their head and maybe even into their eyes. It's great.
On your TV series, I understand you're going to be dealing with some very relevant issues. Well, perhaps you could give us some lines of dialogue or something, I guess.
Touch me again. I'm sorry?
Maybe you could act a scene out from your show.
Well, it is on prime time. And of course, we're coming out with a movie which I think is going to be either R-rated or X. We haven't quite decided whether I'll take my shirt off or not.
But the men, of course, will have their shirts on.
Yes. Plenty of hair, just, all the way down, like, to their rib cage and going down into the, anyway. Act out a scene. Gee, how would I go about doing that?
Practice, maybe?
Oh, I guess.
That's absolutely fascinating. Well, I have one more guess. You can slide down. Our last guest
I'll slide down.
is perhaps a stranger. Our next guest is perhaps our strangest guest, but just perhaps. Mr. Mowry was himself once a female, once a nun, but having such a hairy back, he got a sex change operation and is now a homosexual priest who chases after men with hairy backs himself. He too also has a hairy back. He is the epitome of what this show is about. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mowry.
This is just a shirt. Bless you all. Bless you. Bless you.
Mr. Mowry, you are a nun.
Call me Reverend Mowry, please.
Reverend Mowry, I'm sorry. Reverend Mowry, you are a nun.
How about
You had a hairy back.
I do.
Really liked men with hairy backs. It seems to me that staying a nun would have been the best possible option for finding these men, yet you decided to get a sex change operation anyway. Why is that?
Well, I thought I would be a little more attractive as a man. I had no breast, what to say, ever anyway. And I had hair around my nipple. You want to see? See?
Maybe that's the audience. Be careful.
See that? See? So I figured, what the hell? Well, see, I'm a man. I can do that. Now, she can't because, well, But, sorry, forgive me, sister. But being a man now, I can openly take off my coat and show everybody the whole thing. Forgive me, Lord, it's just a demonstration.
Yes.
I want to show you.
As God made you.
Right. You notice that the love trail goes down to the love trail down to the
Love trail. I'm sure our viewers are interested why it is. And I know
Maybe I can show you.
I don't think they'll allow that on television.
No, I'm just going to show you the love trail in it. Going down. Excuse me, sister. Yeah, I noticed that.
Perhaps you can talk half.
May I bless him? I feel encouraged to baptize this gentleman right here.
Baptize this gentleman?
Yes, please. I shall baptize you. Blessed. No, stand up.
Please.
Blessed be the Oh, let me bless you then.
No, you can't.
Oh, please. Oh, pray.
Smooth back. My name is Brendan Cody. Smooth back, and I will see you next week on our personality
You
talk
can't
show.
do that here.
And-
No,